Hello everybody, yes, it's me back again, this time hopefully for another short video. My interest has been rekindled by a recent thread on the Model Engineers Workshop site. I've been thinking for maybe 2 or 3 years, possibly even longer, of building an internal combustion engine, a miniature one of course. I've done a few preliminary trial designs in Aliba, none of which have come to fruition, but I decided that this time I'm going to cut some metal using the CNC mill which I recently bought, and I've started piecemeal. I originally grabbed a conrod design from my 4-cylinder inline engine, changed it a bit more, and then finally completely redesigned it. I've decided that, I think I'm probably going to go down the route of a crankshaft which is built up, rather than one milled from, or machined anyway, from solid. And I have a number of ways which I can go about that and get the alignment spot on, I hope. But anyway, I've decided to start with the conrods and ordered some material which arrived yesterday, and I've already clamped it in the CNC mill using the clamps that I built in an earlier video. They seem to be working fine, so without further ado I'll load up the machine and I'll press on and see what happens. As you can see, I've got the material, which is 8mm thick aluminium plate, secured in the normal position with the 0 there. I've got a little bit of an offset to check the Z height. The Z probe is in the spindle, which you can't see, it's just off the top right of the corner, and I've got that to set. It will come down, probe on the height, measuring device, probe here. It will also mark out with the laser beam the area. I'm going to have to do something about that. The area in which the milling is going to take place. It will then whiz over back to the height setter, where it will prompt me to change to the milling tool, which is the single flute 1/8 of an inch milling cutter. Once it does that, it will come back. It will then bore the little ends and the big end holes, leaving them a little bit undersized. Then it will go and do the outlines, and I've arranged it so that there are 4 conrods. Because originally I was going to do a 4-cylinder engine. Maybe it will turn out as a 2-cylinder or even a single cylinder, but at least I'll have 4 conrod blanks to play with. So here we go. Halfway through I'll probably have to put the compressor back on, so plug up your ear holes for that. But I'll run the probe and the tool change without the compressor on, and I'll come back and do a little bit more talking. According to Fusion, this is going to take about 80 minutes overall, but obviously I'll cut that down in the edit so you won't have to watch all of that. Here we go then. It's asking me if I've put the probe in, and I'll say yes I have. Whether it's in shot, no it's not, it's just out of shot, but it's probing the height of the height probe itself. It's coming over with the laser beam marking out the area in which it's going to be doing its thing. It's going to be bigger than I thought it was going to be, but there we go. Never mind. All things being equal, it should work out okay. While it's probing, it's a bit out of view, but anyhow, so I'm going to whiz back over there and ask me to change the probe to a tool. There we are. That's Akira language for change my tool. So I've put the tool in with minimal stick out. I'm now confirming that I've done that, and it's going to go down. And while it's doing that, I'll put the cover down so we don't all get sprayed with chippings. Let's check the depth. It's now going to come over, and I'm going to... oh, I forgot to put the spray on. I'm having to shift these shots around manually. So a wider shot would be better. Now that gives you some idea of the length of the con rod. This is the little end for the far right one. That's a big end. That's a compressor. film there, and I'll bring it back when it's done a bit more. Cut the other two little ends and big ends and starts cutting the outline. Well, it's finished boring those holes. It's now ramping down to do the outline. I've had a quick look at the program on the computer, and I have to tell you that the elapsed time is 10 minutes 18 seconds, and it tells me it's got 5 hours 38 minutes to go. Well, obviously I'm not going to make you sit through this, but it is taking an inordinately long time to ramp down, and that's due to my inability to program Fusion 360 in a sensible manner. However, it'll get there eventually. Got a bit to go. Anyway, I might have to leave this running. Must I go on holiday or something? Another slight change of plan. What I've done is gone back into Fusion and loaded the outline of the con rods individually, so they only take 24 minutes, which obviously I'll edit down, and I've got the first one loaded up, ready to go. So if we are ready, then I can find the right button. We don't want to scan the margin. We don't want auto Z probe or Z probe, because I've already done that. So we'll run that. I haven't changed the tool height, so unless something horribly goes wrong, there should be no crash. Here we go, and we're ramping down from 3mm. And I've done the ramp at 0.5 instead of 0.2, so that should be a little quicker. Should have done faster ramp speed. However, that off while we're getting into the business end of things. God, this just takes an awful long time. Starting to cut, so the compressor's coming back on again now. Try to zoom in a bit so you can see what's going on. .2 of a millimetre per part. It's not going to be chucking out great chunks of aluminium. Bring you back later. I'd say we're about halfway now, and the computer seems to agree with me. It says 17 minutes to go, but I think that's being a little pessimistic, but we'll just have to wait and see. And I'll carry on with this and bring you back later. So chip evacuation is not looking too bad, and we're getting towards the end now. Computer program says 5 minutes or so to go, and we'll soon be down to the tabs, I think. Yeah, I think we're down to the tabs. I have to say I'm using triangular tabs for the second time, at someone's request, it's a suggestion. I may try next time with rectangular tabs. Nearly there. When this is finished, the program obviously will stop, everything will home, and I'll open up the cabinet and have a bit of a hoover out before I show you what's happened. I won't be taking this conrod out, I'm going to leave it in whilst I do. Yep, that's the end. And there we go, back to home. So I'll hoover out the inside and get all the mucky poo out, and see if I can get a closer up shot. Sorry, this is handheld, but there we are. It's finished doing the cutting out. You can just see the tabs there. Got to leave those in so that it maintains the structural integrity to a certain amount. When I come to do the second, third and fourth conrod, which I will thankfully do off camera. Join me back at the machine just as we're getting to the end of this last cut. You can probably hear the tabs being cut now. We're really on the last knockings of it now. I'll switch the compressor off. Like I say, we're getting right near the end now. 1 minute to go according to the computer. And I notice that on the previous cuts it's not gone quite through to the bottom of the material. I don't know why that is, because I set the bottom height to be a little bit there. Here we go. That's it coming out. Spindle stops. And that tells me I'm finished. So there we go. What'll I do? Well, I think I'll take it out. Do a bit of housekeeping with the Hoover and bring you back afterwards. Well, there we are. Like I said, it didn't go all the way through. A little bit down here. Pretty much all of that one, for some reason, didn't come through. And neither did the big ends. All the little ends come to that. I don't know why, but it's pretty thin. This one turned out the best, as you can see. Anyway, we'll break the tabs off, get them out, and have another look later. Here they are, fresh out of the material. I'll hold this one up a bit closer, so as you can see I've had to break out the spigot from the big end. They're undersized, so they're going to have to be reamed, which was always the intention. But before I can do that, I'm going to have to file or emery cloth or whatever these remnants of the tabs. So they're going to be held flat in the mill on some parallels, and the reamers put through. I'm also thinking I might make up a jig so that I can go round on both sides and put a very light chamfer on the outside, flip it over and do the same on that side. But that's for a later day. Yet another background, but this is coming up to the end of this video. I'll fettle one of these, and when it's finished I'll take a photograph and show you that. Maybe even two, who knows. Anyway, as I say, this is coming up to the end, so if you have been, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.